Hey guys, it is officially Christmas Day. And so I wanted to just jump on here and just wish you guys a very Merry Christmas to you and your families. I hope you guys had a great day and just really enjoyed yourself and enjoyed spending time with your loved ones, because I always think of this every Christmas. It's like this could be the last Christmas. I know that's kind of morbid to think about, but it's realistic. It could be the last Christmas that you spend with somebody. So to just kind of like take it all in and really appreciate the time with people while you have it still. And I gotta be honest, I kind of have a love hate relationship with Christmas. I've told you guys this before, and I feel like that's just because I haven't had a good Christmas for at least 4 years now, and I would honestly say this has been one of the best Christmases I've had in years. And it's been very basic, very minimal, but I've had a really nice time. And it's not so much Christmas Day that I've enjoyed, but it's also been like the run up to Christmas, like all throughout December, has just been pretty good for me. And I hope it's been that way for you guys too. I hated Christmas, and I feel like now maybe I'm starting to change my mind a little bit about that, because I associate Christmas with bad things happening. And that's because I haven't had a good Christmas since at least 2016. Because I remember, well, it's kind of weird actually, because I remember there was one particular Christmas that I was cheated on um, by a girl who I was dating. And that kind of fucked me up a little bit for Christmas time, because I would associate it with bad things again. But then it got better, and I had great Christmases. And then 2017 came along, and that was when me and Alyssa broke up. And so that was like the worst Christmas I ever had. Alyssa was my ex-girlfriend, in case you guys are kind of newer to the channel. And we broke up in the November. So that Christmas was miserable. And I had cards from my family, like Christmas cards that were addressed to both of us, and it was just a nightmare to go through that. And it was also like extremely heartbreaking. And so that was the worst Christmas of my entire life. Then 2018 came along, and my grandfather was in hospital throughout the whole of Christmas. And so he was in the ICU, and he was in there for about 2 months actually. And he was, at that time, I think he was in a coma, so like an induced coma. He's fine now. He's healthier now than he probably was 10 years ago, but it's crazy how close to death he actually came. And that was, again, all through Christmas. We didn't have a Christmas Day. We literally were in the hospital on Christmas Day. And 2019, after my grandpa was like better and everything like that, 2019 came along. My grandmother went into hospital with blood clots on her lungs. And I was currently in Spain at that time with Tina, and I had to come home, and it was just a nightmare. But luckily, my grandmother's okay now. And in 2020, of course, it was lockdown, so Christmas basically didn't even exist at that time. And then this one came along, and it's just genuinely been nice. Like, I've had a good time today. I got some cool presents, which I'll show you guys. And just enjoying spending time with my family. We're not done yet. Like, I only saw some of my family today. We're actually going to see some more of my family, like, tomorrow. And we're going to, like, celebrate a little more. So that's pretty cool. And I'm just like taking it in. I'm appreciating time with people. Not necessarily even meaning like people are gonna die, but like just people are in your life now, because they're not gonna be in your life forever. Even friends and stuff like that. Like I told you guys, I've made friends, and I worry about it a lot, because I don't know. I feel like I have this attachment thing now where I'm like attached to these people, but I know there's going to come a time when we're going to drift apart. And I worry that I'm going to be alone at Christmas again. And I really don't want that to ever happen again. I would never wish that on my worst enemy. Nobody should be alone at Christmas. And it's rough to be alone at the holidays. But I've really appreciated my Christmas this year, and it's actually turned out pretty good. It's changed my opinion, I guess, a little bit on Christmas. I feel a little more like this has actually been kind of. I felt that spark again, like that little bit of like. I feel like I'm getting the Christmas spirit back, and I feel the magic again, and I've enjoyed seeing the lights. I've enjoyed hearing the Christmas music, and I don't associate those things with bad memories anymore. It's like it's some kind of weird PTSD kind of thing, but like I hated the thought of Christmas or even the idea that Christmas was coming closer because I was just thinking like, oh god, here's the lights. The Christmas lights are on. People are decorating their houses. There's like fucking Christmas music playing, and I would hear certain Christmas songs, and it would just be all coming back to me, and I couldn't wait for Christmas to be over. But I feel like I've just had so much more fun with people this year, and I'm in a much better place than I was those previous years. I feel like spiritually and mentally, maybe not physically. I have grown a pair of boobs. I'm working on that one though, guys. New year, new me. But I do seriously feel like spiritually and more mentally, I'm in a better place than I was last year, even the year before that, even the year before that, and even the year before that. I feel like maybe I'm growing up. Is that what's happening? I'm starting to handle things better than I used to. Like, things would knock me down and I would be a big crybaby about it, spit out my pacifier and wee, wee, wee. But now I'm just like, I've learned that life isn't always easy. It's hard. There's going to be hard times. It just sucks that these hard times seem to happen for me around Christmas time. And it fucked up Christmas for me for a long time. But I feel like now it's slowly starting to get better. Maybe I'm just like starting to get harder skin. I mean, I'm a very overly sensitive person anyway. I will literally cry to a commercial if it's sad enough. I actually did that just the other day. Actually, it was a cancer commercial and I cried. Like, I don't know. I'm a very emotional person. I feel like I could make myself cry right now. I'm not even kidding. I feel like if I think about this too much, tears will start coming. And I don't know. I never used to be like that. I was kind of hard to society. I was kind of hard to the world. But then I guess I just opened something up inside of me, and it was hard to close again. I had all this emotion built inside of me, and I guess something must have fucked me up. And there's been a lot of things that could have done that. But I feel like something opened up a wound, and I couldn't get it to close again. And I mean, I'm not saying it's bad to let your emotions out. It's nothing wrong with being emotional. But to that extent, it was not good. To just be sad all the time. But I feel like I'm starting to like grow thicker skin toward the world and the way things are. I started to accept that the world's a fucked up place. So all you can do is like you can either dwell in it and cry and be sad and literally nothing's going to change for you because you don't matter, or you can just grow thicker skin, ignore what's going on around you, and if it's something toxic like the fucking news and everything like that, like I don't listen to the news for this reason. I'm sick of negativity, I'm sick of toxicity, and I'm just sick of like things that bring me down. Negative stuff. I want to be surrounded by good people, no more negative people in my life. Positive people, positive energies. And I want to start putting that out there myself. I want to be around these people and sort of like I want to get things from them. Like I just enjoy being around them because they're positive and they bring me happiness. And I want to put out happiness into the world because of them. Because I feel like, I mean, we're all fucking running around scared of COVID right now. Like, but I feel like the real threat is negativity. It spreads like a sickness. You know, somebody's a negative motherfucker and just hates everyone, hates everything, and puts out negative energy and just is so horrible to everyone that that negativity spreads to somebody else and makes them a negative person. Then it spreads to somebody else. And I feel like the core problem for that is the media, honestly, and the news. They constantly have to put out this negative. It gets people hating each other, black and white people hating each other, fucking arguing about race, and it's got people, masked people and unmasked people arguing, and vax and non-vaxxed people. It turns people against each other instead of people just being like, okay, you don't need to agree with everybody, you don't need to agree with people, but just, if somebody, just let them live their life, you live your life, and everybody's fucking merry and happy. Like, you don't need to interfere with that person just because they're doing something or they're living their life the way you don't like it. I feel like this problem, especially in America, I feel like one of the biggest problems, and I feel like when things really started to go to shit was when people started to stop minding their own business, and started sticking their nose into other people's businesses. Like, just mind your fucking business, and stay out of it, Karen. Like, there's people out there who are just, they're out to ruin people's days, and that negativity is contagious. It spreads like sickness, and the next thing you know, everybody hates each other, and it shouldn't be that way. I've really started to, like, think about this a lot over the last few years. Like, the world shouldn't be this hateful to each other. People should just... I feel like we all want the same thing. Deep down in our hearts, I feel like we're all in search of the same thing. And at the end of the day, that is happiness. We all want to be happy. There's not one person in this world who doesn't want to be happy. Like, we all want happiness. But we feel like we've been kind of pinned against each other, and there's a lot of problems, especially in the media, that turns us against each other and makes us hate each other more. And it shouldn't be that way. We should all just... We don't even need to love and accept each other. We can just associate with people who think like you, are like you, give you positive energy, make you happy to be around, and the other people who don't agree with you can be around people who they agree with and people who make them happy. Like, you don't need to be best fucking friends. You just need to learn to coexist. And I feel like that's a major problem in the world. It's a very toxic world right now. Everyone's at each other's throat a lot, and I hate it. At first I kind of loved it. Like, everyone used to love this kind of thing. You would see videos of people fighting and you're like, ooh, drama, like, what's going on, and getting involved. But, like, now it's so often, and you got people killing each other, literally killing each other. Like that guy in Wisconsin who just drove a car through a Christmas parade. A Christmas parade, and killed children, and, like, people are killing each other because everyone's so fucking sick of everything. Like, it's got people killing each other. And not even killing the person that's pissed you off, but killing innocent people. Like, the world has literally gone crazy. I honestly, I can't believe what I'm seeing. It feels like I'm in one big, giant malfunction right now. I feel like the world was going on the right path, and then suddenly there's just been this malfunction over recent years, and it's just, like, fucked up everything. And, like, we need to figure it out. It's up to us. This isn't going to stop unless we do something about it. I know this kind of went from one thing to another, but I feel like that's why I'm such a... it's very hard to find happiness in this world, and I feel like that's why I'm so down and out all the time. Just because the world is just a very dark place right now, and I feel like it's up to us humans, politics aside, this aside, that aside, like, differences aside altogether, we all need to figure out a way to get this to work again, because we can't go on like this. We just want to be happy for the brief period of time that we're here. Let's just enjoy it. Can we not just do that? Gosh, these are just some of the things that bother me, but you guys know I sometimes like to just get things off of my head, and that's one of them. But anyway, I'm going to cut this here, otherwise it could go on a long time. But I hope you guys had a really nice Christmas, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Peace out, chase your dreams, and Merry Christmas.